Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft Dinosaurs. I'm Brian Dragon and today's tour, Fabulous Flyers and Stupendous Swimmers. Let's get started.
When it comes to Mesozoic life, dinosaurs have gotten most of the publicity. But dinosaurs weren't the only spectacular animals around back then. Let's go back to dinosaur time and look around. Up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a pterosaur. Older than birds, and sometimes as big as planes, they were reptiles. They came in many shapes and sizes, and all of them could fly without a single feather. Click me to meet a few.
Yes, just one moment. Okay, now let's click.
No animal as large as Quetzalcoatlus has ever taken wing before or since. With a wingspan of a bomber, Quetzalcoatlus could make the giant condor feel like a tiny canary. Did some pterosaurs have fur? Russian fossils of Sordus suggest some of them did. Does this mean that they were warm-blooded like the furry mammals? Not necessarily. Only that they also may have found a good method of insulation.
Just let me move my mic a bit closer. Okay, there we go.
Dimorphodon wasn't the most graceful-looking animal. This fathead may have been too clunky to fly far. Instead, it might have been a graceful glider, launching itself from sea cliffs and riding the updrafts of air. This snaggle-toothed pterosaur had a long tail that ended in a diamond-shaped flap. Rhamphorhynchus may have used this tail the same way a plane uses its rudder, to help it steer through the air. Pteranodon means toothless flyer. It was one of the last pterosaurs, and one of the biggest, with a wingspan of up to 30 feet. When the dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago, so did the pterosaurs. Some giants of the oceans also disappeared. Let's take a dip with a few of them. The water was alive with giant animals in dinosaur times, huge relatives of the crocodile, the turtle, and even the Loch Ness Monster. All the Ninja Turtles would be no match for Archelon. This leather-shelled swimmer was the size of a compact car. That's a lot of turtle.
What on? Excuse me one moment. Yeah, sorry about that. Thought there was someone in my apartment. Besides me.
Now we're talking serious bigness. Kronosaurus was longer than Tyrannosaurus rex and Herrerasaurus laid end to end. Of course, you'd have a hard time laying two dinosaurs end to end, or even finding them in the waters off Australia, where Kronosaurus ruled the waves. Swimming lizards never got any bigger than Mosasaurus, thank goodness. At 30 feet long, it was the size of a school bus, but maneuvered much better underwater. Shonosaurus was a marine reptile, one of the ichthyosaurs. Huge and graceful, it could swim like a dolphin. Well, not exactly. Shonosaurus swished its tail side to side, not up and down like a dolphin does. Are the giant sea reptiles all extinct? Plesiosaurs like this one were enormous ocean-going reptiles with long necks, and they're long gone. Or are they? Some people think they're still alive in the murky depths of a Scottish lake called Loch Ness. Maybe you wouldn't have felt so safe swimming off Mesozoic beaches with all those giant reptiles in the water. But I wouldn't go wading in the river either, unless you were sure Deinosuchus wasn't around. This crocodile cousin was larger than a T-Rex and probably just as nasty.
Wait, hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry about that.
Maybe you wouldn't have felt so safe swimming off Mesozoic beaches with all those giant reptiles in the water. But I wouldn't go wading in the river either, unless you were sure Deinosuchus wasn't around. This crocodile cousin was larger than a T-Rex and probably just as nasty. Time to come out of the water. Grab a towel and join me on another Mesozoic meandering by clicking me again. Or click the Contents button to go soak up some other dinosaur data on your own.
Yeah, I was thrown off. Sorry about that. Anyway, that would be all for today. I'm Brian Croydregan signing out. Stay straight.